You're showering with buckets, with cold water.
No, not the cold water. The point is I was renting, going from place to place, because first of all, it has to have good internet, because if it doesn't have good internet, I can't make a call. And then after a few months of doing that, I'm like, why don't I just stay in Winnie's house? She has a 5-bedroom, 2-story penthouse in like not the best neighborhood. It's not modern, but she has a ton of room. Her family's there cooking, washing my laundry, cooking for me. Aubrey, do you want more huevo fritos and more platanos? Okay, Aubrey, they're giving me coffee, giving me everything. Why don't I just go there? So I did. The trade-off was...
So it took you a year to figure this out?
No. I moved in April. It took me 4 months.
Okay, it took you 120 days to figure out you could be living rent-free at your baby mom's place. So you ultimately made the change, and then you truly submerged yourself into the culture. Because now you're showering with buckets, with cold water.
No, not the cold water. The whole family's showering with cold water. Mm-hmm. I
would warm it up.
I take water. Sometimes the tap doesn't work. So they have this big reserve bucket of water.
Yes. Sometimes you'd have to dump a little bit of it into the toilet for the toilet to flush as well.
You know your stuff.
That's right, yes.
So I take that bucket of water. Yeah. I turn on the estofa, or how do you say it?
The stove.
In Spanish.
Stufa. Yeah, you said it.
The estofa. Yeah. And hopefully we have enough gasoline to light the thing. Otherwise, you have to wait a day for someone to deliver the gasoline.
Yeah.
You light it up.
They deliver it in those little tanks.
And I'm being very careful, because if I spill this hot water, the wood's going to burn. I'm going to burn myself. And they're all looking at me like, wow, you can't take a cold shower? What's wrong with this guy? So I take that bucket of water.
So that's not a work. It'd just be a lot easier to step into the shower and deal with it,
with
man.
With that cold water?
Yeah,
no, I got a heart condition. I can't do that. Listen, I get the cold water. I bring it up. I put it in a bucket. I mix it with a little bit of cold water.
You're 27 years old, man. What kind of heart condition are we talking here,
Let me finish the story here. So I got the hot water, and then I have these little cups that babies drink out of, these plastic cups.
Yeah, I know the ones you're talking about.
Sitting there like this.
Yeah.
Pouring it on my head, taking a little soap, pouring, and I'm having a good time. I'm like, wow, this is how the people do it over here. I do that.
No, that's not how the people do it. The people just turn on the shower and shower in the cold water.
In this tub, we didn't even have a shower head. They had a shower head, but it was broken. It just came out
out of a hole. Yeah, out of a hole. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I'm not accustomed to that. So the point is, I wasn't taking a cold shower. Okay.
Okay.
So I did that. And then
every time you showered,
for about a month,
I bet that reduced the amount of showers you were taking on a daily basis.
No, I don't mind taking 1 bucket of water upstairs every night.
You did that every night, man?
Absolutely. I can't, crazy. Bro, because the AC sometimes works, sometimes the electricity goes out.
I'm surprised you even had AC in a house.
No, even in the barrio they have AC. That wasn't the barrio.
Yeah.
There was a place called Los Guandules,
where
Winnie was originally from, where when it rains, the whole house gets flooded.
Yeah.
And you can hear the rain on the tin.
Yes. So going back to what I was saying, so the way that they design the houses in Colombia, it's exactly like this. You can hear the water on the roof. So it's an open concept house where the rain is like your living room area.
Yeah.
There's half of it is being rained on, but it's actually quite interesting because it doesn't flood onto the rest of the house. There's a path around it. It's a weird thing, man. But
let me get back to the barrio situation. Okay, so I take those showers. And then after investigating, I'm like, I don't want to have to keep bringing up water. How do we get hot water in this place? I'll pay for it. I don't care. I call up a guy named Rafael, who's from Guandules. He's also a guy from the barrio, but he's really smart. He doesn't know how to write in Spanish, but...
so he's dyslexic.
No, that's when you can't read. A lot of those guys just didn't go to school.
Dyslexic is when you can't read. Yeah. So what is it when you can't write? There's a word for that, man.
Whatever. The point is, a lot of the guys from the barrio, they didn't go to school. So they know how to speak, que lo que, what's going on, que tal, but they don't know how to read and write. So I got him. I said, I want to get hot water. He pokes around, does some investigating. We had a hot water tank the whole time, just no one turned it on. In a house of, she had one brother, mom and dad, and a grandma. And they weren't using hot water because they didn't even care for it. But I looked at it. You just turn on the hot water. You wait 10 minutes, and we got hot water. And then I was living like a king. The only thing then I had to deal with is no electricity. And once out of 10 days, the electricity goes off, and I'm in the bed sweating. And everyone else is sleeping like a baby, and I'm sweating. I got to go take a cold shower. Eventually, I had enough of that. I bought a couple ACs, and I was like, you know what? Let's just get out of here, because I couldn't take living in the barrio anymore.
Really?
Even though where that barrio was, there's an empanada lady downstairs making fresh empanadas for 40 pesos each, which is $1 each per Canadian.
Yeah.
There's a water plant.
That's actually kind of expensive for an empanada, man.
$1?
And Dominican? Yeah, bro.
Yeah, 40 pesos.
Over here, we're paying $2, $2.50 an empanada. It's kind of expensive, bro.
Well, there's that, and then there's pollo frito, and they're making fresh juice. In what area and anywhere can you go down? They're making like they cut a mango, put some carnation milk.
Of course, because it's growing. Yeah, I mean, you're living on an island, right?
The only thing is, right next to that apartment is the highway, so you're just smelling cars all day. And I'm taking a mortgage call. Selling a $1.2 million mortgage to my clients in Vaughan,
and you got a burro walking by you, or what, man?
And there's a bunch of noise, and then so I knew I couldn't sustain it like that. I had my desk was in my bedroom,